Hey everybody, One-Eyed Ace, applying some foliage to my tanks. New option in War Thunder. Figure I'll do a short video and show you how to do some of it. When you're applying your branches and things, you'll have to find good locations on your tank, and sometimes they'll stick to places that won't show up in game, so you always want to take it for a test drive after you mod it up. But you can rotate your branches, you can move them around the tank. Anything that it conflicts with, such as gun barrels or sights or tracks or tools, or you'll see as you try to apply it, there's a lot of places that you won't be able to stick your foliage. But usually you can move it around, you can rotate it. A lot of times you can just rotate it 90 degrees and move it a couple inches and it'll stick just fine. In this instance, I had a bush right there on the front of my turret that I was planning on using on breaking up those big paddles. Well, the bush is not there, so that placement is not going to work in game. So I will need to go back to the garage and find something else to do with that bush, because no use wasting that slot. I like to break up my outline though as best I can. Done a pretty good job of getting those paddles outlined, even though I can apply foliage to them themselves by putting some bushes behind them. I'm breaking up their outline, letting my tank's camouflage do a little bit of the work as far as breaking up the actual shapes themselves. Alright, time to delete some of this stuff off, reposition it, and go for another test drive. The interface is kind of quirky still. You just have to mess with it a little bit. It all works. You just kind of have to play with it until you can figure it out. All right. I'm going to try for 3 bushes on top, and I'm going to line 3 up across the front to try to break up my front profile when I'm angled a little bit. The main thing I want to try to cover on the top is that added armor that looks like a couple of fins sticking out there to the side. I've already tried adhering bushes there, but they don't stick, so I'm going to try to break them up from the bottom. I'll place a bush along the bottom edge and break them up from the top by having those bushes behind. It's looking sort of like what I want. Let's move this last bush right along the front somewhere. You can see the barrel's red. It's interpreting me as trying to put it on there. There's a red spot on the track. I'll spin it a little bit. Look. It looks good. I think I can apply it there. Alright. Alright, let's go test it out. So far so good. Everything looks like it's there. Alright. Obviously out here on our own, we're still a tank. Still pretty recognizable. Straight from the front, we might pull off a pretty good bush impression, but our tank tread outlines are still going to be rectangular-ish. So we really need to find some low bushes, not trees necessarily, but some bushes that are low to the ground, some saplings, some high grass. preferably something that somebody that's a low-res commando can't turn off, which is probably most of the little bushes that I'll nestle up to. Here's a good little patch of saplings. And what I want to do is try to hide at least one of my tracks in a tree, preferably the side that I'm going to try to angle towards the enemy. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Straight ahead, my tracks are broken up completely and my turret's really nicely broken up. From the side, I've got that little bush back there blocking up the back of my left tread there, and another bush blocking the front. Looks like pretty effective camouflage there. Alright. Just mess with it, guys. You're going to enjoy it. Obviously, it doesn't matter in arcade, but you might as well add some hair to your tank. Have a little fun. Put a goat head on there. Peace. Here's a few screenshots. That's a locust. There's my M18. T-34. Kugelblitz. Haha. Call it Kuzzernet. E100. And a Churchill. Alright everybody, this has been a One-Eyed Ace. Come play with me on War Thunder. If you got a PS4, it's EAD Squadron. Peace.